and I just chalk in so I don't roll. I chalk it between the duals on the tractor. If it's going to roll that way, I put the chalk at the rear. If it's going to roll that way, I put the chalk at the front. If I don't know which way it's going to roll, I put the damn thing in the middle. Figure it catch it either way it goes, right? So we're going to get ready to do the couple on couple here. While we're out here, does anybody have any questions real quick? Damn, I was trying to get you to pop off with some smart-ass question. You didn't even come through for me.
I told you I wasn't going to do smart-ass comments. I'm not in class this week.
I was trying to bait you into it.
Oh.
All right. No questions? All right, so first things first. Whenever the tractor's going to be in motion, I'm going to have you guys stand back there about where Kendra is, or Megan are, somewhere in that area. All right? I don't want you to be in line with the trailer at all. Okay? That's number one. Number two, anytime you mount, dismount, enter, or exit a truck, you have to face the inside of that truck and use 3 points of contact. That is super important. If you don't, we'll write you up on it. If you get too many write-ups, you go in the office and talk to them about whether you're safe enough to continue the program or not. Likelihood is, we'll see you later. The most common injury for a truck driver is getting in and out of the truck. That's the most common injury. Because people want to open the door and just bail out. They get injured doing it. If you're going to do that, you have a very high level of fucktard in you. I'm talking high. All right? I watched a guy, a buddy of mine watched a guy at a truck stop. My buddy was sitting across from him having a cup of coffee before he started his day. This dude opened up the driver's door, stood on that top rail, stretched, and went to go jump off, and his heel caught, slammed his face on the pavement, and he died right there, dead. I spent 3 days in a hospital puking my guts out because I let go before my foot hit the ground. And my foot slipped and I caved in the rear of my skull. They were literally talking about drilling a hole in the back of my head to relieve pressure. Don't do that. It wasn't fun. You'd think it'd be cool seeing like 3 or 4 people all standing. No, it's not. Throw up a lot. It's uncomfortable. Don't do it. Always face the inside and use 3 points of contact. Okay? So in the uncoupling, step number 1.
Position weight.
How well positioned do you think we are?
Looks pretty straight to me.
Pretty well. Okay? What's the next step?
Make sure surface of parking area can support weight and trailer.
Is that highlighted in that red?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
You want the next highlight?
Yes, please.
Eats pressure on foot wheel, locking jaws by backing up.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump up into the tractor. I'm going to make sure the trailer brakes are set. And then I'm going to back into that trailer, seating that fifth wheel as deep, that kingpin as deep into the fifth wheel as I can. And while I have that pressure on there, I'm going to set that parking brake on the truck. All right? Does that make sense? All right. Got to have an after dinner meal first. Some people around here stress people out.
You're one to talk. You're having issues.
I was. I'm not.
Sounds about right. That was wrong.
What's the next step?
On the second thing, it says put parking brakes on while car keeps pushing against the heat pin. This will pull create good pressure off the locking jaws.
All right, go ahead.
Step 4 is lower the landing gear.
Landing gear. Woo, fun. So landing gear, remember I told you that the release arm's a pain in the butt? You gotta kind of figure it out. Landing gear is no different. Sometimes you turn the landing gear this way, the landing gear goes up. Hold on now. Sometimes if you turn the landing gear this way, the landing gear goes down. Sometimes that landing gear is pushed in, it's in high gear. But hold on, guess what? Sometimes, if it's pushed in, you're in low gear. You just have to fiddle fart around with it until you figure it out, all right?
Oh, you're nice to them. You don't make any of them do it?
Oh, I'm going to. That is your low gear. That's your mechanical advantage, right? If this thing has weight on it, that mechanical advantage is going to give you the ability to lift the trailer, all right? Oh, come on. There we go. Aren't you kidding? Aren't you kidding?
Push him back in. Yep. Hear it.
Miss the gear.
You can see when it was starting to turn, it was going back
If
in.
you're doing drop and hook, this is what your day consists of. Cranking landing gear. It's a lot of fun. All right. For our purposes today, that is firm contact with the ground for our purposes today. All right, what's our next step?
Disconnect air lines and electrical cable.
Air electrical lines. So I'm gonna get up on the catwalk, I'm gonna unhook these lines. I'm gonna hang them up in the dummy coupler dead end, and when we uncouple, you'll get a good look at that, all right? You'll be able to get in there and really look at it.
It's pretty stiff, bro.
All right, what's our next step?
Unlock fifth wheel.
So, like before I told you, don't try to Armstrong that thing. Use your body weight. If you get in there and try to do that with your arm strength, you're going to tear your muscles up. You're going to shred something, so don't do that. This one, I have to push forward, then pull out, and then forward to lock it in. All right, what's our next step?
Full tractor partially cleared with trailer.
All right, everybody up over here, please. Glad to see you're all nice and leisurely today. We got Crocs and Hey Dudes.
Multi-purpose.
You're not even in four-wheel. Oh, you're in four-wheel.
I am in four-wheel drive. The baby went through the fence.
I'm fucking with dudes though.
Oh yeah, I got like 5 pairs of them.
I got my second pair of shoes, man. I got we'll do some dudes.
Yeah, I always wear my fucking Eagles everywhere.
Yeah.
They're comfortable.
Now normally, this is where you stop. The trailer's on the ground, you're out from underneath it, this is where you stop, get out and check. I'm gonna pull forward a little bit farther so we can get in there and look at some stuff. All right. What are we doing now?
Securing the tractor,
Yep.
which you just did, 5 parking brake. Inspect trailer support.
Is the ground gonna hold?
Yes, sir.
Is the supports gonna hold?
Yeah.
We're good, right?
Alright, pull tractor clear of trailer.
What's that bleed out there? What's that?
It's just an air bleed.
Okay.
It's fine. It ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Okay.
And inspect fifth wheel.
You're on 4.1 or 6.4.1 right now, aren't you?
Yep.
All right, hold off on that. So, we're on couple. All right, let's take a look at some things. Number one, you can clearly see the dummy coupler, the dead ends now. Number two, if you look underneath the nose of the trailer, you'll see the kingpin hanging down. You'll see the grease spot. That's your upper fifth wheel. The plate is your guide plate, but the kingpin is where your upper fifth wheel is located. And I want everybody to come in here and look down in the middle, and I want you to tell me what you see. Grease is not the answer. All right, while you guys are looking, I'm gonna go grab some grease. I'll be right back.
Oh no.
Last time somebody took and told me to look at the picture and tell them what I seen, they freaked out on me.
Go for it.
Yeah, she did.
I'm just
I don't
messing
want
with
to get
you.
grease on me. I already did.
Yeah, hello. Ah, smart. I see.
Making sure they work.
Making sure what works.
Your boots.
Oh, I don't give a shit about the puddle. Just a mud puddle. So, there's no wrong answers. What'd you guys see in there?
Lots of grease.
The lock.
Mechanisms back locked back in place.
The lock.
Is that what you think it was? Locking jaws?
Locking jaws back in place.
What you saw is a release. That chunk of metal laying across there, that's a release. When that kingpin comes in, that release gets pushed to the side. Once that release is all the way to the side, that release arm slams home and the locking jaws lock.
Okay.
Sometimes, instead of seeing that chunk of metal laid across, you'll see a shelf. And when that kingpin comes in and hits that shelf and pushes the shelf in, does the same thing. Releases the release arm, slams home, locks the locking jaws. That's what you saw in there. All right? Anybody have any questions on any of that?
So regarding the pin going into the fifth wheel and having the jaws activate with this particular one, so it's laid across, right? So it's the circle and then you have it right here. So how does that thing move again one more time?
Does it just pivot and it
Yeah.
wraps the...
Yeah, that thing will pivot, get tucked to the side. And once it tucks to the side, it allows your release arm to slam home. And then the locking jaws come out and lock around the kingpin shank.
Okay. And when you were underneath it, pulling using your body weight, it was that handle right there?
Yep, that handle right there.
Okay.
Anybody got anything else? No? All right. So we have to inspect our fifth wheel. One of the things we have to inspect for, we got to make sure we got enough grease. How many of you saw the shiny spot on the fifth wheel?
Shiny spots on the fifth wheel.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yep.
This whole section right here needs grease. Right? You can see a little dab. Okay, we'll put one there, one there. Right, we'll put a little there. Not much, just a little. And then I'm going to put this there. That is going to take this entire gob of grease and smear it over everything. Okay? This spot over here, that's greased. It's just got a little rust showing through, so I'll just smear a little on that too. And that's it. That's greased. That's all you need to do.
So when you see them come out of the shop and they're just fucking, they're just lined up.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. There's no need for all that. All that extra grease is going to wind up right down there on your drive line.
Yeah.
If it's on your drive line, where's it going? Freaking
All over,
everywhere. Because it's
everywhere.
going to get flung everywhere.
Yep.
For the mechanics that actually do their job, they'll put a line of grease here, a line of grease here, a line of grease all the way across the top, and they'll put two on this side. Right? Right here, right here, right here, right here. And then a line across the top. And when that trailer skids over the top, it smears that grease across the whole thing. The guys that just gob it on there,
Yeah.
yeah,
I've seen that before, yeah.
yeah, they're
Last place
we
I
have
worked,
special words for those.
last place I worked would cover like almost half of it with grease.
Yeah, there's no
Big old
real,
round thing.
yeah, there's not a whole lot of reason to over grease it like that.
Well, they'd have somebody come in and clean the trucks.
Yep. The good truck need cleaning after that. We also got to make sure that that fifth wheel is aimed down towards the rear end of the tractor. Right? That fifth wheel pivots. Some of them are kind of nice. They naturally tilt down. That makes it great. Some of them don't.
This one. Oh, okay. The ones that naturally do though, if it wasn't, what would be wrong with it?
Probably need a little bit of grease.
How'd you flip that up again? My back.
I just
Sorry.
grabbed
It just tilts, bro.
Okay.
Just tilts.
You got to check. Are you done, Megan?
I don't know, he just called me.
Oh, we're gonna do the true or false. If you need her, go.
Yeah. Stay in here, please. Thank you, Chris.
Uh-oh.
Back up something like that, you're gonna have problems.
Yeah, you're going to put divots in the front of the trailer, aren't you? How freaking lazy you got to be not to get out and look? I'm a fat, lazy old man, and I still get out and look every time.
You forget it once.
Yeah, once. And then you're going to be looking for new work. So get out and look, right? It ain't that difficult. Just verify. It's down. That's all you got to do. All right? And we got to make sure that our trailer is chocked and or the brakes are set. How do I know the brakes are set on that trailer?
There's no air in the line.
There's no air going to the springs to compress the springs. So the springs are expanded and the brakes are set. How do I know that? Because look at the chambers. They're not the small chamber, they're the big chamber. That means it's got spring brakes. All right. What's our, so
Pretty much.
that's uncoupling, that's pieces of parts. Anybody got any questions?
I just have a question.
Yeah.
Pertaining to the air brakes. So the 1975 models and below are going to have the smaller one, right?
Yep.
Without the spring brakes. So
Yep.
that's when you definitely have to chalk them, or else they're. Well, I mean, you should do it either way, right? But there's more of a likelihood of it.
Oh no, it's gonna roll on you. It's gonna roll on you. Hook up your emergency supply line. Get your truck up close, hook your emergency supply line to it. Supply that trailer with air to reapply that brake. Then take your supply line off, get ready, and couple up to it.
And for those trailers, they would have the same setup as this, or is the line
Yeah,
has to extend
no.
all the way down over there?
Nope.
Okay.
It's all gonna be the exact same setup.
Okay.
All right? All right, so let's get ready to couple up. What's our first step?
Position tractor.
How well positioned do you think we are?
Perfect.
Pretty well positioned? All right, what's our next step?
Back slowly. Back until the fifth wheel just touches the trailer. Don't hit the trailer.
All right, everybody back up over here where Kevin is, please. Don't stand in line with the trailer. This way, gentlemen. There we go. All right.
Let's see what he does.
Here we go. What's our next step?
Check trailer height.
So we secure the tractor, get out and check trailer height. Are we at the appropriate height for coupling?
Yes.
That'd be
Yeah?
halfway to third way up. I'm on an angle, so.
And when I lowered that landing gear,
Good job.
I left it up about that high, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I know when I back under there, I'm gonna lift it back up about that high, right? So I know that I'm at the appropriate height for coupling. What's our next step?
Connect airlines to trailer.
Connect airlines to trailer. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. You pop off and hit me. I'll cut you. Airlines are hooked up. What's next?
Supply air to trailer.
Supplying air to the trailer. So here's what I want you guys to do. If you stand in this area right near this puddle and squat down, you can see. Or you can come all the way back here. And I want you to squat. Well, you don't even have to squat down. They're just right there. If anybody asks, these are your slack adjusters push rods. And that's what I want you guys watching. Everybody get back in there, check that out. Get up in there, they'll point it out to you.
It's like a gesture, push button.
Yeah, slack adjuster.
right here.
Nope.
Right there.
There's the slack adjuster.
Right there.
Underneath.
What do they do?
That's for your brakes.
Yeah, he'll supply air to the brakes. You'll see him move.
It moves the camshaft arm onto the rockers, which, you know.
The S cam.
Yep, moves the cam.
Roller arm.
Yeah.
Yep. If you're not seeing them, get to a spot where you can.
You get my spot, you can have it.
All right, come on up.
Too much fun.
I like the brakes part of the test.
You guys see him?
I had that pretty well.
Working? Right? You heard the brake set, release, right?
Yep.
That's what you're listening for, is that sound. Okay?
Good job.
What's our next step?
Lock trailer brakes.
Did that. Next.
Back under.
Back under trailer.
Everybody up in this area. Bye. Here we go. Thank you. After it connected, I was pulling against that connection. And that truck didn't move, right? I was verifying that we are locked together. When I hit that kingpin, firm contact, right? I didn't take a run and start and just slam the heck out of that thing. I just punched it. A lot of them, you just barely tap it and that thing slams home. Okay, what's our next step?
After the check connection for security, which pulling tractor gently forward. Step 12, secure vehicle. Step 13 is inspect coupling.
Spec coupling. So come over here and tell me, is there a gap in there?
Nope.
Jeremy, will you shine a light on the locking jaws underneath there? And everybody's going underneath there looking at those locking jaws, please. Everybody.
You're right there. There's two little arm.
Yep.
There's two little arm there.
Alright.
It's the two, you see the kingpin down and the arm behind it. Rotated that.
Yeah, I did. I'm going to talk to JJ about that and have that fix a little grease because I had it in a little too hard. Harder than what we should have.
That's a black hole.
It wasn't a Mike Tyson, but Baby Merriweather.
Oh. Is it my turn? Just a second.
This one needs to be moved a little bit.
There's your locking jaw.
Okay, so that's where you want it. And every
That's
time
exactly
you do
what
that, every time you put on the trailer,
I'm just making sure the
Well,
camera
make
sees
sure
it.
that that's locked around there. Yeah. for sure. And that's like your safety lock.
Okay.
So that other bar that was in there gets pushed out of the lane and it actually pivots this around.
So
the
like
box.
if you stop at a truck stop or whatever, you're supposed to check to make sure nobody's being a wise ass with you and.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
All right, I think we're good.
Thank you.
Asshole people out there.
There really
Think
are.
about that, but if you go in and eat or whatever,
Yes, sir.
you
Thank
come
you.
back out, you should do a complete walk around your truck before.
Well, you're required to, for one. For two, you will have people pull that release arm on you. And if you don't look, you don't check,
Oh, dude.
you're going to drop a trailer right in the middle of a truck stop. And everybody you know is going to be talking about it. All right? Does anybody have any questions on that? Make a little more sense? All right, good. Y'all good with that? All right. I need 2 people to enter on the passenger side of the truck. I don't care what 2 there is. The first one's in there, get it.
I was about to run.
So here's what's happening right now. I'm gonna run through a cab introduction and an air brakes test. Everybody's gonna get a lap through, okay? Right now you're on break. When these guys are done, I'll send them out to grab 2 more, all right? Until we get everybody through.
Cool.
All right? Since you 3 are little fellers, why don't all 3 of you come at the same time? All right? Because I got an odd number. Hey, JJ, before you run in there real quick. Those walking guys.